Hello friend, welcome to my channel Social Share Education. In this video, I will write an essay on World Malaria Day. World Malaria Day, observed on April 25th every year, serves as a poignant reminder of the global efforts required to combat one of humanity's oldest and deadliest diseases. The theme for this year, Accelerating the Fight Against Malaria for a More Equitable World, underscores the urgent need for collective action to address the disparities in malaria prevention, diagnosis, and treatment that persist around the world. At the heart of the fight against malaria lies the quest for equity. Despite significant progress in recent years, malaria continues to disproportionately affect the most vulnerable populations, including children under 5 years of age and pregnant women in sub-Saharan Africa. These disparities are not merely a consequence of the disease itself, but are deeply rooted in social, economic, and environmental factors that perpetuate poverty and inequality. To truly accelerate the fight against malaria, it is imperative to address these underlying determinants of health and promote equity in access to essential malaria interventions. Key to achieving equity in malaria control is ensuring universal access to life-saving tools and interventions. This includes mosquito nets treated with insecticides, anti-malarial drugs, and diagnostic tests. However, access alone is not sufficient. Efforts must also be made to reach those who are most marginalized or geographically isolated. This requires innovative strategies such as community health workers, mobile health technologies, and strengthened health systems that can deliver malaria services to remote and underserved areas. Furthermore, addressing the social determinants of malaria requires a multi-sectoral approach that goes beyond the health sector alone. Investments in education, infrastructure, and socio-economic development are essential for creating the conditions that enable communities to protect themselves from malaria. By addressing poverty, improving housing conditions, and promoting environmental sustainability, we can create a more equitable world where the burden of malaria is significantly reduced. Equally important is the need for research and innovation to drive progress in malaria control. From the development of new anti-malarial drugs and vaccines to the implementation of novel vector control strategies, scientific advancements play a critical role in accelerating the fight against malaria. However, it is crucial that these innovations are accessible and affordable to those who need them most, particularly in low-resource settings where the burden of malaria is highest. Another aspect of promoting equity in malaria control is addressing the impact of climate change and environmental degradation on disease transmission. Rising temperatures and changing rainfall patterns can create favorable conditions for mosquito breeding and malaria transmission, exacerbating the burden of the disease in vulnerable communities. By mitigating climate change and implementing environmentally sustainable interventions, we can reduce the risk of malaria and promote health equity for all. In conclusion, World Malaria Day serves as a call to action to accelerate the fight against malaria for a more equitable world. Achieving equity in malaria control requires addressing the social, economic, and environmental determinants of health, ensuring universal access to life-saving interventions, promoting research and innovation, and mitigating the impact of climate change. By working together, we can build a future where no one suffers from the burden of malaria and where health equity is a reality for all. Thank you for your valuable time.